Hello and welcome. Thank you for being here and investing your time in improving your English and yourself. Today, I want to share a special story about traveling to France with my family. It was one of the happiest trips in my life, and I still remember many beautiful moments from that journey. The trip happened last summer. My parents wanted to take a family vacation because we had worked and studied very hard during the year. We talked about many countries, but finally we chose France. My mother always wanted to see Paris, and my father loved French food. I was excited because I wanted to visit famous places and learn about French culture. Before the trip, we spent 2 weeks preparing everything. We booked flight tickets and hotel rooms. We also searched for famous places to visit. My mother made a travel plan for every day. I helped her find information about restaurants and transportation. My father prepared our luggage and travel documents. We were very excited and talked about the trip every evening. After many days of waiting, the travel day finally came. We arrived at the airport very early in the morning. It was my first time taking a long international flight, so I felt both excited and a little nervous. The flight took many hours, but we watched movies, ate food, and talked together. When we arrived in Paris, we felt very tired but very happy. Our hotel was in the center of Paris. It was not very big, but it was clean and comfortable. From our hotel window, we could see small streets with cafes and shops. On the first day, we decided to walk around the city because we wanted to feel the atmosphere of Paris. The first place we visited was the Eiffel Tower. It is the most famous symbol of France. When I saw it for the first time, I felt very surprised because it was much taller than I expected. There were many tourists from different countries. We waited in line to take the elevator to the top of the tower. From the top, we could see the whole city. The view was beautiful and romantic. We took many photos together and bought some souvenirs for our relatives. After visiting the Eiffel Tower, we walked along the Seine River. The weather was very nice. The air was fresh and the streets were peaceful. We saw many people sitting near the river, talking, reading books, and enjoying their free time. My family sat on a bench and watched the boats moving on the river. It was a simple moment, but it made us feel very relaxed and happy. On the second day, we visited the Louvre Museum. It is one of the largest museums in the world. The building itself was very beautiful and special. Inside the museum, there were thousands of paintings and sculptures. We walked for many hours, but we still could not see everything. The most famous painting in the museum is the Mona Lisa. Many tourists wanted to see it, so the area was very crowded. When I finally saw the painting, I was surprised because it was smaller than I thought. However, it was still very impressive and meaningful. My parents enjoyed learning about art and history, so they were very happy during this visit. Another interesting part of our trip was trying French food. Every morning we ate breakfast at a small bakery near our hotel. I loved eating croissants and drinking hot chocolate. The bread was fresh and soft, and the smell was wonderful. Sometimes we also ate baguettes with cheese and ham. It was simple but very delicious. One evening we went to a traditional French restaurant. The restaurant was small but very cozy. The staff were friendly and polite. I tried French onion soup for the first time. It tasted warm and rich. I also ate steak with potatoes. My parents ordered seafood and salad. We talked, laughed, and enjoyed the meal together. It was one of my favorite dinners during the trip. On the third day, we visited Notre Dame Cathedral. The building was very old and beautiful. We learned about its history and architecture. We also walked around the old streets nearby. There were many small shops selling handmade products and souvenirs. My mother bought a small painting of Paris, and my father bought postcards for his friends. One of the most exciting days of our trip was visiting Disneyland Paris. This was my favorite place because I love amusement parks. Disneyland was colorful, lively, and full of energy. We played many games and rode roller coasters. We also watched a parade with Disney characters. The music, costumes, and performances were amazing. My family felt like children again, and we laughed all day. During the trip, we also experienced some small challenges. The biggest difficulty was the language. Most French people speak French, and sometimes they do not speak English very well. At restaurants and shops, we sometimes felt confused. However, people were usually friendly and patient. We used simple English, body language, and translation apps to communicate. This made the trip more interesting and memorable. Another challenge was the transportation system. The subway in Paris was very busy, especially during rush hour. On the first day, we got lost in the subway and went to the wrong station. We felt worried at first, but later we asked for help and found the correct way. This experience taught us to stay calm and work together. Besides visiting famous places, the most important part of our trip was spending time with my family. At home, we are often busy with work and study. During the trip, we talked more, shared stories, and helped each other. We walked together, ate together, and enjoyed every moment together. The trip helped us understand each other better and become closer. At the end of the trip, we felt a little sad because we did not want to leave France. On our last evening in Paris, we walked near the Eiffel Tower again. At night, the tower was covered with beautiful lights. We stood together, took our last photos, and talked about our favorite memories from the trip. When we returned home, we shared our photos and stories with our friends and relatives. Everyone was interested in our trip. Sometimes, when I feel tired or stressed, I look at those photos again. They remind me of happy moments with my family. Thank you very much for listening to my podcast today. I hope you enjoyed my story. Maybe you can think about your favorite family trip and share it with someone you love. See you in the next episode. Goodbye and have a wonderful day. If you find this video interesting and helpful, please give me a like and subscribe.